It's a new year, and everyone's got advice. Here's advice from Todd Hirsch, a government economist at Alberta's government-owned bank called the Alberta Treasury Branches. I know a government-owned bank is an anomaly. It's a socialist holdover from the Bill Aberhart social credit years in Alberta in the 30s. Watch for that bank to be turned into a center for crony capitalism under the NDP now, handing out billions of dollars for green energy schemes to NDP-connected lobbyists in the years ahead. But anyways, here's Todd Hirsch's advice to Albertans. Remember, this is a guy working for a government bank, earning six figures. He'll never see a recession. He'll never take a pay cut. He'll never even have to live the life of risk that an economist at a real bank would. He's a one-percenter, but in the government sector, he's not an entrepreneur. He works indirectly for Rachel Notley, and he works directly for Dave Mowat, the Al Gore-trained global warming extremist who runs that bank and who Notley has appointed to chair the Oil Royalty Review Commission. So these are NDP errand boys. And here's what he says. Calgary economic forecast calls for heavy humility in 2016. Oh, good. So he's going to suggest that the NDP show some humility now and not try to radically change the entire province that elected them by accident last May. He's going to suggest Notley be a bit more humble, maybe, and respect the oil industry and farmers and ranchers. No. His instructions for humility are for Albertans, for voters, for citizens, especially for Calgarians to be more humble, to accept a smaller life, a smaller economy. Stop being so confident. Stop being so Albertan. So his first piece of advice was really time for humility. That's what he wrote. And his second was, quote, lower expectations. Let me give you some details on what he wrote about that. Quote, average weekly earnings in Alberta's oil patch shot up 56% over the last 10 years. That compares to an average increase of 29% for earnings in other sectors in Canada. So again, Alberta's prosperity is a problem here. It's an anomaly. It's the result of hubris. Everyone should just lower their expectations, is his advice. Oh, sorry, everyone in the private sector should, yeah. There's not a word from Todd Hirsch of the government bank as to whether he should take a salary cut, or his boss should, or the hundreds of thousands of other Alberta government workers who will be getting raises, who are still hiring. Alberta's private sector unemployment rate is skyrocketing. For the first time in a generation, it's not any lower than Canada's unemployment rate. EI claims are up more than 100% over the last year. But Hirsch says that's not enough. Albertans need to be humbled some more and have their expectations lowered some more. Oh, except for him and for his fellow government workers. Like I say, Todd Hirsch's boss, Dave Mowat, the head of the government bank, is in charge of the new oil royalty review that's expected to raise taxes even more on an already desperate oil patch. Say, do you think Todd Hirsch's advice to lower expectations is just getting people ready for what his boss and the NDP are about to announce? For TheRebel.media, I'm Ezra Levant.